Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is your astrologer Sanjay Kapoor from Kolkata, India at your very service. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. The topic of our discussion today is do or die. Now, what you ought to do, what you have got to do is what I'm going to be discussing at the end of the show. But what can get you on a dying state? Not die doesn't mean just die and gone, dead and gone. No. It's a dying state. It's not a state where you feel you're really living. Or life is worth living. That's what I mean. It's as good as death. It's as good as not living. When you just can't get what you want, when you just can't do what you want, when you just can't feel what you feel like, what you wish to feel like. Do or die, ladies and gentlemen. The name of the show. It's like when two people get married. Sure, they want to be happily married. But when unhappiness creeps in, fights creep in, unnecessary arguments creep in spite of them having children or no children. When the divorce cases have started against each other, it's not a state where any man or woman would wish to be in, ladies and gentlemen. He or she does not like anything while all this is going on. When there's an unhappy marriage, they don't seem to be liking anything. They don't seem to be thinking anything positive at that point of time. And the state is that it's a very sorry state. It's a state where you don't want to live anymore. And when you don't want to live anymore, it's a dying state. It's a state where you can't live in peace and you can't die. It's like that. It's that state I'm talking about. We all have realized and understood that this education is it's the answer for today. It's the call of today. You can't step a step forward. You can't take a step forward without education. Unless you have rich parents, very, very rich and wealthy parents. That's another story. But for commoners like us, yes, education is a must. It's education which is going to help us to take our life properly forward. And when we realize that our children don't realize that, they do not concentrate on their studies. They neglect their studies. They don't want to sit with their books. They don't want to study. Well, we can feel it. It's a dying state for us. And we also feel that, I don't know, and we realize that, and we feel, how the hell are they going to eventually live their lives without education? I agree, money is not God, but it's no less than God in today's era, ladies and gentlemen. It's not less than God. You can't do nothing without money. Money does the talking in most of the cases. And when you realize that you're struggling for this money, 24/7, 30 days a month throughout the year, all your life you've just been struggling and struggling for finance. You just can't you can't just make ends meet. You can't get the things, do the things, buy the things that you wish to because of scarcity of money. It doesn't feel good. You feel it's a waste of life. Without money, yes, ladies and gentlemen, and I can say that again, and I could say it loudly. The name of the show is Do or Die. What gets us to a dying state? is what I'm discussing, and what we ought to do and we could do, or we probably can do, is I'm coming in the end of the show. We need relationships, whether they are neighbors, whether they are relatives, whether they are friends. You got to move on along with them. Means you need them. You need people around you to just about do anything in life. And when you realize these very people have turned their faces, they've turned their faces the other way. They're jealous of you. They don't wish good for you. When you realize that, it pains. For no fault of yours. For no rhyme or reason, or for any good reason not known to you. It's not a happy state, it's a sad state of affairs. Love is God and God is love. It's true that. So goes the saying. And what is life without loving? And your love being reciprocated. Well, it's a good thing we love somebody. But when our love is not reciprocated, when our love is lost, when we realize there's confusion in our life, when we're broken off, when there's been an end to a sweet, a good relationship, it doesn't feel nice. You don't feel like doing anything at that point of time. You feel, oh, what a waste. You spent so much of time, energy, money probably. In the relationship, you put in so much just to see it not happen. Oh, it's a dying state for a person who probably goes through it. Mr. Astrologer, you talk about 9 planets and 27 stars. Don't you talk about it? How come not one planet or one star has blessed us? How is it that all our lives it's just been hurdles, obstacles, problems, troubles, pain, agony? How come? How come not one planet or star has blessed us, Mr. Astrologer? That's our question to you. And it's such a sorry state to be in. It's a dying state when Lady Luck doesn't favor you in any possible way. When you're kind of stuck. Every businessman who does business, or a businesswoman, wants to make sure that the business runs properly, and he or she is able to rotate the finances in the business. Means take from people whom you wish to get and give out to people whom you have to give. But when that rotation disrupts, rotation disrupts due to a slump in business, for whatever reason it could be, you don't feel good about it. Your mind doesn't keep good. You don't feel good, ladies and gentlemen, and that's the truth. You just don't know how to move ahead at that point of time. A good, stable job, a deserving job which you feel you deserve, a job which gives you mental and financial satisfaction. If it's not there, then life could get miserable as ever. Just about for anybody. And for this very reason, there's a special locket which I make. The goddess of wealth, the goddess of learning, and the goddess of strength. All three together I make one locket. And it's my suggestion, probably my advice, if you feel you wish to take it, to wear that locket. Well, yes. If you feel that you are not in a happy state of affairs, then you need a boost. You need something to boost you. You need something to push you. You need something for your weather to change. Yes, the price of that locket could be found out through the phone or the WhatsApp number which is on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. So do not hesitate to call and find out the price of the amulet. Take care, God bless, and you got to do it. Oh, you got to die for it. Thank you so much.